Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. So today I will be sharing with you guys this amazing recipe, and it is a chicken soup. And yeah, it's been really cold out here in Oregon, and it's been snowing, so this soup is amazing for this weather because it's so heartwarming, it's delicious, and it's just full of flavor. So I hope you guys like this recipe, and I hope you guys try it out. And yeah, this recipe is actually my mom's recipe. Everything in this recipe is all natural. Let's get to the video. Alright, so for this recipe, I'm going to be using a whole head of garlic, a medium yellow onion, celery, organic chicken organic chicken drumsticks. I'm going to be using 3 potatoes, actually 2.5 because one of them right there is pretty small. And I'm going to be using 2 carrots, green bell pepper, green beans, and broccoli. Alright, so for the spices, I'm going to be using oregano, onion salt, pink Himalayan salt, and black pepper. Alright, so I'm going to start off by filling up this pot with water, about medium water. It really depends how soupy you want your soup to be. Yeah, so you add water. You can always take out water and put in water later on. So then I'm going to put that to boil, and I'm going to crank up the heat to high. So while that water comes to a boil, I'm going to peel my garlic cloves. And I'm adding a lot of garlic to my soup, a lot, because it's going to add so much flavor. And aside from adding so much flavor, garlic is just packed with antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, and yeah, if you're getting sick or you don't want to get sick, eat some garlic. Trust me, it's really going to help you. Alright, so now I'm adding, now I'm cutting up the celery. And I'm also adding a lot of celery to this because celery has natural sodium, so it adds a lot of flavor to the soup. And I'm also adding the leaves to this. I'm using like the whole celery because it's all flavor that you don't want to get rid of. Next, I'm gonna cut up the onion. I'm gonna peel the outer layers of the onion, and I'm gonna be cutting the onion into quarters. Alright, so now that the water has come to a boil, I'm gonna add the garlic cloves, the onion, and the celery. I've also added the chicken drumsticks. I didn't feel myself adding the chicken, but it's right there. Hello, chicken. Alright, so then while that cooks, I'm gonna prepare the rest of the vegetables. So, yeah, I'm cutting the potatoes here into bite-sized pieces. You can cut your vegetables however you want. You can cut them smaller, bigger, whatever. And then you can add whatever vegetables you want. This is just what I had in hand, so this is what I'm going to be using. And yeah, next I'm also going to cut the carrots into bite-sized pieces, preferably the same size as the potatoes because those usually tend to cook same time. And I'm also cutting bell pepper. I love cutting bell pepper, it's so therapeutic, and this is how you cut a bell pepper. I love adding bell pepper to my soup. It just gives us such a great flavor. I always add bell pepper to my chicken soup. I always have bell pepper in my fridge. I love bell pepper. So I'm cutting the bell pepper into bite-sized pieces, into some cute little perfect squares. And yeah, I'm going to put that to the side. And next, I'm going to clean up the, what are these? The green beans. I mean, I was going to call them peas, but they're not peas. Okay, so I'm going to cut both ends off because you don't want those ends in your soup. They end up they end up having like a really bad texture. It's like eating a hair. Okay, here are all the greens, and I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I'm also adding tomatoes. 1 tomato to this chicken soup, and I'm using the whole tomato, even the end of it. Alright, so now that the chicken is cooked all the way through and everything's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add the potatoes and the carrots. I'm adding the potatoes and the carrots first because those take longer to cook than the rest of the vegetables. So I'm just going to put those in and let those cook for about, I would say about like 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. You just come back and check. Come back and check. You got to babysit this chicken soup. You got to give it some love. Alright, so now that about 7 minutes has passed, I'm going to check, and the potatoes aren't cooked all the way through. So next I'm going to be adding the green beans and the bell peppers. And let those cook for longer, and once those are cooked, the potatoes and the carrots should be cooked all the way through. Alright, yeah. Oh, and I didn't mention this in the beginning either, but I'm also adding some thyme because I just had it on hand, and it's gonna give it really good flavor. Alright, so now that the green beans and the bell peppers and the rest of the vegetables are done cooking, I'm gonna turn off the pot and I'm gonna add my broccoli and my tomatoes. These don't take very long to cook at all, so that's why I turned off the pot. And then I'm also adding the spices. I will have the recipe and the measurements down below. Alright, so now I'm gonna taste it and see if it needs any more salt. Alright, that didn't need any more salt, so now I'm gonna plate it up. The vegetables are cooked to perfection, guys, and I always say that my favorite ingredient to add is love. So every time you cook, cook with love, be happy, put some music on, and your food, I promise you, is gonna come out so good. It makes a huge difference. Okay, and I'm also gonna serve this with some Gruyere cheese. This cheese is aged for 12 months and it's really good. And I'm also going to serve it with this beautiful avocado. The avocado just adds like a creaminess to your soup, and it's just so good for you. Alright, so now I'm going to go enjoy this soup. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this video and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.